Hello there, my dear friends. Been a while since I used the shadows. First time it was paying a tribute to Harley and even taking care of the Titans, Godzilla, and the other ones, etc., etc. But nonetheless, I am back. This one is an update from one of the others I made a while ago. If you guys remember correctly, I shared a link in the description of Avatar: The Way of Water, my version. Sawar, the twin sister of Locke, and the daughter of Jake Sully and our dear friend Natiri themselves. This is only just what you see picture is only just maybe a description. It doesn't exactly match her twin or her mother. Sorry, gotta keep the light on. But we had some uses on it. I remember why so much hatred in regards to Avatar. And I even found something in relation to Wiki, in relation to why people hate Jake. Let's have a little read, shall we? Jake has been received controversially by some viewers. While he did not choose to be born white while in universe, and only is due to chance, he's accused of being a white messiah. From out of universal perspective. Alright, let's see why they say. Some dislike him because they view him as betraying the human race, often with the false claim he only did so because of making love with Natiri, with people trying to prove him as a vague shallow character. Ugh, Jesus Lord. And they call me insane. Some go as far as to blame him for the entire Pandoran War and not the RDA, claiming his actions killed hundreds of people, even though Jake and Grace are seen admitting they are unable to get Navi to relocate, and during the attack on Home Trade, Navi refused to leave as well, especially after the truth and whatnot. Okay, the love thing, that's ridiculous and sick. I can't believe people would be so confused with their hate on that. Anyway, that's weird. There we go. That little extra light. Some viewed him as a bad father who neglects Locke and plays the favorites in the family. The soundtrack of The Way of Water also has a track called Bad Parents, suggesting that both him and Natiri are indeed ended to be flawed parents. Yeah. To be honest, I can understand where the guys are coming from. Jake is a good man, my dear friends. Flawed, like me, like us all. And to believe me, at first, I didn't know what to think of him until his progress was developing. People say he's irredeemable, but maybe he's irredeemable because of the past. Can't this thing keep on for a few more minutes? Sorry. Do you want to know the funny thing? The guy was injured and put in a wheelchair due to his years of service, couldn't afford to get his spine back into place, and the pay would have probably done it. until he got into the Avatar form, which was halfway between. And after getting separated and running into his future wife, I guess you can call her, although that's mate as well. Either way, you can call her whatever you wish. He began to learn and adapt. And he did make mistakes, but he's dedicated his life to making amends. And the second one, you're right, he was being too hard on Locke. I could see why they went and why a certain other also meant why they mention it. But to be fair, I blame the RDA for their return. At the beginning, I saw that he was lightening up. In a way, his military presence was there, but he was actually improving very well. And when the RDA came back, the PTSD and over fear of losing your children, that's what made him so hard and so, call me selfish, a dickhead, which I would have definitely had, my character would definitely had words with him, and we would have a physical fight, and yeah. And this story, which is why I'm giving you the link of the Avatar Way of Water, my version, it has an update, and it's been updated since a little while, and it's nearing completion. Once it's near completion, I'll do it again for you guys. And just to speak about maybe some things, this one actually maybe covers up the reasons and maybe even gives everyone extra chances. There are OC characters, a little extra development in the characters, etc., etc. Especially with Jake, and Neytiri gets a little extra bit of a role along with her children, definitely the kids. People hate this thing, including some YouTubers. It's all boring and that. But I saw beauty and potential. And this story, this one I'm showing you, this is inspiration that was made from a franchise of James Cameron. I don't trust everyone. Having said that, I still trust those. I still trust Cameron. I still trust those in Disney. And nothing's ever going to change that. If I'm alone, if I'm hated, so be it. I feel deeply sorry for a lot of people. At least I'm honest. At least I learn. Just like those kids. Since I'm finishing up on Sawan, let me speak a bit about her. Like her brother, she is a little feisty, but she's also a little bit like her father and mother. Plus, she's kind of more human than that of normal, I guess you could say, hybrids because of, you know. My personal favorite is her sketch drawing. If you could imagine Neytiri and the others sketch drawed in some strange way in this series, you guys would be so impressed. The artwork, maybe on the side of the Navi, on that little girl, The girl is impressive. I really am quite grateful for it. Now, for the main course. Enough 10 minutes of speaking about Avatar and trying to maybe cut some defending and maybe even take on the hate. This one is related to Pokemon. I found another one, this time from a different fan person. Let's see what her name is, shall we? Super Spice 87. Don't know her real name, but it doesn't really matter, to be honest. And this one's called Pokemon Friends to the End. Let's have a look what it says, shall we, before we get to work on what her Pokemon will be. Don't worry, I'll give her the introduction. What happens in the Sinnoh adventure if Dawn has a twin sister? Dinesh is her name. Wants to become a Pokemon champion and a top coordinator. Pokemon champion and something similar to Ash and to her sister Dawn. But it's hard to choose one of the two things she wants to be. Join her adventures in the Sinnoh region with her sister and her companions Ash and Brock, meeting new friends and rivals along the way. Hello. Ash XOC and Paul XOC. Looks like some sort of a love triangle. This story I'm actually reading, oh yes I am, is very interesting and entertaining. I can only give you what she has currently, Miss Dinesh has. How you guys handle it is up when her Pokemon evolve, I cannot say. What I can give you is what she has and I guess you can predict what they can grow into. So my recommendation, read it. Because it began July, I think it's June or July the 4th, 2017, about 6 years. Oh my god. Talk about dedication. Now, let's begin. I'm going to be using this, so I'm going to have to use a pronounce for half of these characters, but the good news is I know some of them, so it's not going to be too bad. Our starter's name is Churchquake, a grass type Pokemon, male. And I checked this one, just as strong and feisty as Ash's Churchquake, and maybe a little bit different out of the other. So, but anyway, next one. Eevee. Which one was she evolved into? This one's a female. And I can't say for how, but she will evolve into something unique once you read the story. Now, next one. Time for pronouncing. Sorry here.
Shanks.
Jinx. What a cute name for a beginner's Pokemon. This one is This one, as you know, if you have been keeping research tabs, is an electric type. Plus, what gender is it? Male. Which means this one will be quite what you would say the player in whatever contest or battle he'll be thrown against. No offense. 2 down, 2 down, and okay, we know the Carnival. Oh, almost nearly spoiled it. Thank God I whispered. Let's see. I already did you, so let's go for a nice ride on the sky. Eeny, meeny, miny. There we go. Drifloon. A flying and a ghost type Pokemon. That looks like... I have no idea what kind of Pokemon it would be. What does Drifloon do with kids? It tugs on the hands of children. Just, oof. Sheesh. Talk about strange. It's a kind of a balloon Pokemon, actually, which is very interesting. And this one, since I'm getting ahead of myself, female. Now, almost done. Let's see. Maybe one more flying type, and then, yeah.
Remitly offers so many easy ways.
I hate it when these videos interview would do during the movie.
Hoot hoot.
Hoot hoot? That seems simple. Hoot hoot. Another flying type Pokemon, and this one is gender is male. Male. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. So 5 down, 3 to go. And since I'm getting a little confused, let's get rid of this one. That one. Already mentioned Eevee. And I mentioned Hoot Hoot and... Right. I'll leave you for last. So...
Trapinch.
Trapinch.
Dang.
Oops. Stupid little thing. Sorry, I forgot to mention what type of Pokemon. It's a ground type. And I think Hoot Hoot's a flying type and maybe a psychic type, although I could be wrong. Should take care of Hoot Hoot first, quickly. Sorry. I know, rushed in the hours. See, don't worry, the George is under control. Oops. Actually, it's a flying and normal type, so okay. Okay, so nothing too serious. Two to go. Not this time. Ooh.
Rolls.
Rods. A psychic and fairy type. Huh. I always thought it was a grass type due to its head. But almost, that's why you might have a Pokédex. Rod's it's a female. A girl, actually. And finally, the last one. Torchic. Male. This crew of Dinesh is very, very interesting. I can safely say this, my friends. She will have her wins, she will have her losses, but at the end of the day, she will have a proud smile on stage. And there are a few interesting surprises which even I am taking some enjoyment. Sorry, it's just thinking about some stuff. My apologies if for the first 10 minutes in regards to Avatar was rude or selfish. But I think maybe the hatred is becoming unnecessary. Because I can feel it's poisoning everyone's minds and it's hurting me and it's also making me feel reckless and angry, but I'm not evil or psychotic. I'm not the bad guy. But I do care about you guys, and I do listen, I do learn. And no matter what, I love you guys no matter what. Sorry, but you get the point. Well, everything is in the description. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next videos. I have spoken.